Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to Quiz Showdown. It's Quiz Showdown 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yes, we're back again. My hair's longer. It's been a while. Who cares? Anyway, moving on. We have another edition of our very weird quiz combination. A combination of our usual Eat, Sleep, Suplex, Retweet quiz and some famous rounds you may recognise from other quiz shows. So just the quick general business that we have to do at the start of our episodes. Do follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Suplex Retweet. Subscribe to the channel while you're here. Also check out the 365 title. There's some guy called Jack holding it. I don't know what the story is with him. You'll also find us on Spotify, Anchor, and all good podcasting sites at Eat, Sleep, Suplex, Retweet. While you're at it, check out Suplex Retweet Extra. We have some good content on there, including Wednesday Night Wars, hosted by two of our panelists here, and some other show called Saturday Draft Live. Who cares about that one? So, we have, instead of last time where we had just 4 people, now we're going a little bit extra. We have 5 people on this particular episode. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
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 Don't all jump at once. So, let's get around this panel and familiarise everyone with who we have here. So, our first person, he was the runner-up last time, and he always tries to win in life. He also tries to win in his love life. He is the only man that I've known has been turned down by Siri. It is Scott McLeod.
Well, judging by the start of your intro, that is why you've been banned from being on Saturday Draft Live. And I've made my case. I'm like Christian on the show. I was so close, and all I need is one more match.
Who knows if you're going to get that. Our next panelist. So, his outlook on life is, if you've got the money, just go and spend it. Flaunt it while you've got it. Says a guy who is hoarding about 160 million on GTA Online and won't spend a single damn penny, even though he very easily could. It's Kwaku Aji.
I'd like to actually make a correction, because as of yesterday, it was 164 million, so get your facts right when you're going to roast me. But anyway, how you doing, Daniel?
Wow, that is actually depressing that you felt you had to point that out, Kwaku.
What?
Sweet lordy. In fact, see, just for that, I actually have a name banner prepared for you.
Oh, no.
Oh, what?
Not what the t-shirt says, so I'm sorry, I've already got that covered. You've already tried that trick last week on me, and I'm all fine, because I'm wearing at least 3 Adidas things, and I've got my headphones right here, so lump it.
Alright, that's interesting. While we're at it, Scott, that's yours.
Not even insulted.
You feel complimented.
Would be a disgrace to the name of Nathan Fisher.
Speaking of, now, this person has quite the history when it comes to quizzes. He came second in the committee room Wrestlemania quiz. He came second in the Wrestlemania history quiz. He came second on the lockdown Skype night that we had. Here to reclaim his prestigious second place trophy. Nathan Fisher.
Yes, let's do it. Let's go after. Obviously, home for first, but I'll take second after my recent quiz exploits.
Good to hear. Good to hear. So, I'm just going to point out. So on a previous quiz that I did with everyone, we tried to get the most popular blonde in Scottish wrestling on, but Jen Louise was busy, and so we had to make do with Sarah. Now I have to apologise. We can't get Jen Louise on. So again, Sarah Grieve.
And yes, Edge is not better than Christian, so hello everybody.
Do you want me to correct that?
I think Christian is better than Edge, thank you very much. So yes, please change it.
Okay, right, just gonna fix that there. Okay. We got it now, yeah?
Sarah, whilst he's in control, don't argue with him.
I'm in a mood now, I'm not talking to you.
I'm nice, okay? And rounding out the pack, he returns to us triumphant from Quiz Showdown 1. Our reigning and defending Quiz Showdown champion. He is the big dog, all bark and all shite. It is Allan McLucas.
Well, where's my title? Where's my actual title? I wanted the Tadger Championship. Where is it? You tight-fisted, lanky bastard.
That's my line.
How's it going, mate?
To clarify for everyone, it is, that lovely little phrase that Allan said is a phrase we commonly hear from Kwaku when we're on headsets gaming with him. Usually there'll be someone that he doesn't like who's done something, and he will respond in kind with, Kwaku, take it away.
Alright, I just basically call him a dirty, manky, wanky, lanky bastard. So yeah, that's what I call him.
That's how we do it. Allan, do you feel confident in your chances for retaining the title today?
Oh, hell yes, I've done zero study, so this is going to be a fun game.
Hey, that's the best way that we do this, so.
Yeah, I didn't do a Scott, I didn't study. I'm just going to wing it and come, and I'm going to chase Kwaku for that prestigious last place award.
Hey, no, I'm winning that. Don't you dare touch my last place award. Don't you dare.
Hey, I didn't study the day either. Don't.
Oh, he didn't study today.
Yeah,
He studied the rest of the week, though.
Of course
It's
you did.
fine. He just didn't study today, but the rest of the week he did.
Not feeling anyone, Scott.
So this is going to be interesting already. So, we're going to move on now from our introductions. It is time for round 1.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
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 I suppose.
So, round 1, I'm not going to, knock everything to hell. So, I'm going to start you all very easy. We're going to do some general knowledge. We're just going to start you off nice and simple. Yes, look at the esteemed knowledge coming out of that man's face. Oh. Anyway.
I love Damien Sandow.
That's the face of Wilson when he wins something in this podcast.
Yeah.
So it's my
true.
podcast face.
Which is also his
That's
sex
how-
face, apparently.
Oh, no, for God's sake.
Fuck's sake.
And how do you know that is disturbing?
Long night in Amsterdam, mate. Don't really know.
Moving on. So,
Please, Daniel.
round one, it's going to be 6 questions. There will be 2 points per answer. So you get a chance of getting 12 points in total if you get this. So, pen and papers at the ready, folks. Your first question is, which 2 men are tied at 16 World Championships? Which 2 men are tied at 16 World Championships? Yes, this is what you're going to have to deal with for the next hour. I promise I won't do this for every single question,
It's just going to be a
but
long
when I
hour.
do, it'll be the best hour of your life. We all have an answer for that one, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Vente. Question number 2. Which women to date have won the Women's Royal Rumble match? I'm enjoying just looking at the concentration faces on this. This is fantastic. I mean, it could be worse. Like, according to my fiance, I have a very interesting face when I play guitar.
I'm so glad you said guitar there.
I know, yeah. I was worried.
I know.
I think that's a polite
it's-
way of saying change your face when you're playing the guitar.
I know
It's not
just
physically
natural string,
possible.
Can't help it.
It's a hot joke.
Can you keep the questions like this, please? Because so far it's bad.
Alright then, let's see how you
I'm
feel about the
insane.
next one. So, who did Triple H face in a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship
Well, now you've
at
just ruined
SummerSlam
that.
1998?
Now you've just ruined it.
Well, unfortunately, Kwaku, this is my quiz, not yours.
Yeah, but it's my
You'll
last
remember
place I'm
that.
fighting for here, so it's very important.
So what I should do is just make it all questions you don't know, then you're guaranteed to get last place.
The logic would dictate so, but don't do that.
Fair enough. Moving on from this, we have number 4. Who made their debut in the 2016 Royal Rumble match? There, everyone, just to clarify, Kwaku is using his phone to write answers down. He is not looking up any answers.
Oh, come
I'm
on.
just going to point that out because...
I'm the same, by the way. I'm the same.
Guys, I'm gonna come in
I am
last
the same.
place. If I am cheating, I
Yes.
am really bad at it.
Okay.
Like, really bad at it.
Wait, hang on, what is
No,
that?
I'm the
What's
same.
there?
I got googly eyes. Googly eyes.
Right, I need to put it full screen so we can see this. Let's have a look at the googly eyes.
Googly eyes.
Googly eyes are here.
I put them everywhere in the flat. I got bored.
If you have the googly eyes and they're there, just do it.
I've got some on the laptop. I put some on the barbecue and the tomato ketchup as well. It's great.
Alright then. Number 5. What is Undertaker's overall WrestleMania career record?
Jeez.
You just love the tension here. Concentration.
I know.
Then it's too early.
Which also does... it also does tell me that by Scott just sitting there remarking about that, he had the answer right away.
Yes.
Are you alright?
I'm trying not to be.
Some of us have to do a bit of mental
Don't be too smug,
arithmetic.
'cause
Moving on to our final question of round 1.
It's backfired before.
Yeah, don't jump the gun, Scott. Just play it safe. The last question for round 1. Who is the youngest WWE Intercontinental Champion in history? So, like I said, round 1 just breaking you in gently before I cripple you further on. How are we all feeling after those questions before we go over the answers?
Very confident, yeah.
Good. Good to hear some confidence
Grandmaster?
from now. So,
I'm good with my
Well,
answers.
I'll trust you all. I'll trust you all for marking, so we'll go over the answers for round 1 just now. So, question 1. Which 2 men are tied at 16 World Championships? Nathan, who is it?
Ric Flair and John Cena.
Yes.
You would be correct. The
Yes.
Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and John Cena. Who all got that one, just so I can check?
Me.
Full sweep. Perfect. Question 2. Which women have won the Women's Royal Rumble match to date? Allan.
Asuka, Becky, Lynch, Charlotte Flair.
Perfect answers again. Asuka, Becky, and Charlotte are the current winners of the Women's Royal Rumble. Shall I assume everyone get that one as well?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect. Number 3. Who did Triple H face in a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship at the 1998 SummerSlam? Sarah Grieve.
The Rock.
Oh my god.
If yes, man!
Yes! Yes!
Was indeed.
That was a total guess from me, by the
That
way.
was,
I can't believe you didn't ask me that one. Shocking.
well, I asked you one already, so, my quota's done. Now, for our next question, who made their debut in the 2016 Royal Rumble match? Kwaku.
AJ Styles, was it? Yes.
At entrant number 3, it was the phenomenal AJ Styles. Let us all remember the brilliant camera work that was done when AJ Styles came out and we never got to look at him at all until too late. One day they'll get it right. Number 5. What is Undertaker's overall WrestleMania career record? Scott McLeod?
That would be 25-2.
Damn.
25-2 is correct.
Oh.
I have to see. I had to calculate it from Brock Lesnar because I always remember Heyman doing
Yeah.
1 and 21
Yeah.
and 1, and then count up that way.
Mm. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
So just to double check, who got this one?
Yeah, that.
I said 24-2.
Yeah, so did I.
Oh dear. And number 6, the youngest Intercontinental Champion in WWE history. Sarah, do you want to take a punt on this one?
Yeah, it was Jeff Hardy.
Oh,
At 23 years old and 222 days, it was indeed Jeff Hardy. I believe that was when he defeated Triple H 2001 to win the championship.
I said Shelton Benjamin.
Said Randy Orton.
So did I. Randy Orton.
Well, Randy was the youngest World Heavyweight
Youngest, yeah.
Champion, so I would have got you
Well,
that
it's
one.
just the
So
reason he's-
I said
you got
Randy
that
first
question
and I
there?
remember Jeff.
Right, so Allan, Kwaku, did you get that one?
No.
Okay, Sarah, you got that, yeah?
I got that one, yeah.
Okay, and just to double check, you all got The Rock and AJ Styles for your answers, correct? For 3 and 4?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now we'll just go and look at the answers. So, as things stand, coming out of the first round, currently in last place, it's not Kwaku Aji, it's Nathan Fisher.
You sure?
Not even his own award place.
Tied second, we have Sarah, Scott, and Kwaku. Which means currently leading the pack with a chance of retaining his championship, it is the big dog, Allan McLucas.
Sorry, Al.
Always happy with that one.
Hold Carly up.
So,
It's only the first round.
don't wake Harley up. Don't wake Harley up. Let's let Harley sleep, okay?
It's too late.
So,
Puppy.
She's not a puppy anymore. It was her birthday Friday. She's not a puppy anymore. She's 2. She's a big girl.
Doggo. she's a doggo now. Doggo. Doggo.
nothing wrong with a doggo. So, we're going to move on to round
Doggo.
2. So I will just say, round 2 is the artist formerly known as. Now, when we did this round on Quiz Showdown 1, there was a different format to it. So, Quiz Showdown 1, that was where I had everyone do some drawing and do some very lovely pictures, which included such classics as Katie Vick and Edge being chucked in the river.
Masterpiece. I'm selling that at auction.
I can easily believe you will do that. Coming into round 2, the way I'm going to do it is I'll first break down the way the score is going to work. So 2 points per answer. So there are 5 questions. So 10 points overall in total. Now, David Hockney did suggest a way that we could do this round instead, which I've decided, you know what, that suits this round a bit better. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you previous ring names used by superstars. And you just have to tell me what they are more commonly known as. So,
Okay.
your first name. Who is Dice Morgan?
Dice Morgan.
Oh!
Dice Morgan.
Oh, Sarah might know this one.
Aha. I like to see what people are formerly known as, so that's why it's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Fair enough. Then in that case, this round might be a good one for you. Moving on to number 2. Who is Sexton Hardcastle?
That's a porno name if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, no. Jeez.
It's a great one.
Aye. It's like, hi, I'm Sexton Hardcastle. I heard you have a plumbing problem.
How come I get the feeling you've done that before?
No comment.
But Daniel doesn't have Saturdays his own business.
That's why Dan's not allowed in Mulgai anymore.
I have to try and keep my Saturdays busy ever since I got banned from Saturday Draft Live.
Never been on it, would know.
3. I've never been on it either, but, you know, just thought I'd say that because I'm on the banned list.
You have been on it, Allan.
No, it's just a new format.
If I ever appear on Saturday Draft Live, my Saturdays must be the most boring day ever. Like, literally, nothing must be going on in my life. It's a good show, though. You should check it out, though.
Okay, so you don't bury it too much, eh?
It's good, but it's not album.
I would just like to say right now, David Campbell, if you're watching this, the views of Kwaku Aji do not reflect those expressed on Quiz Showdown. Moving on to number 3. Who is Davina Rose?
What is this? 3?
3, yeah. Davina Rose.
We all have something for this one, yeah?
Okay.
Yep.
I'm between 2.
Alright. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Alright, so this next one is actually not one that I wrote. It is one that was given to me by the street rat of Source Wrestling himself, Manlin.
Aww.
And I'll tell you right now, this one is a bitch. I hated it. I couldn't get it when he gave me it, but it's a good one. Who is Death Mask? So I will give some context about this character, just so everyone's aware. Death Mask was a sort of Undertaker-esque character. Just to clarify, it's not Undertaker, it's someone different. He's a very... I'm trying to think how to describe this one. It was
the NWW
used in Japan.
It was you, Japan.
Yeah, it was used in Japan years ago. Would you like a time era to give you a rough idea of when?
Yeah.
Sure.
So
I'm
this was
guessing.
in the early. This was in the early to mid 90s.
Wow, that nails it right then.
This person did go on. This is your clue for this one. This person did go on to be WWE champion in the first decade of the 21st century.
Yeah, I think I've got it.
Oh, it's not who I'm thinking then, because there's another person with that name, that's why.
I've got... See,
I
before
think
you
I'm
said
thinking of the
that,
other person.
I already had that down. I think I know who it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, now I'm very confused because there's someone else that used that name.
I'll take a punt.
Well, we will find out our answer momentarily. Our last one for this round. Who is Nixon Newell?
Oh, God, I know who she has had a rivalry with recently. I'm just trying to remember her name. Got it.
Oh, wait, I know number 4 now. I was like, who's the other person? Find it.
Alright.
Remember it.
So, Sarah, since you were quite enthusiastic about knowing number one, I will come to you for this one. Sarah, who was Dice Morgan?
It was the Undertaker.
Yes.
Indeed, it was. Formerly known as Dice Morgan, it was the Undertaker. Formerly known as Dice Morgan, the Master of
I had
Pain,
no idea as well.
and Mean Mark Callis. I believe Dice Morgan was his name he used more when he was competing around Houston.
See, at first,
I just like to look up what their has names.
So just to double check, who got that one there?
I did.
Not me.
So I get 3 for that one. Okay. And number 2, Sexton Hardcastle. Nathan, who do you reckon that was?
Edge.
Indeed it was. It did sound like a porno name indeed, considering he became the Rated R superstar. Just had to throw that in there, just like you set it up so perfectly. Everyone got that one, yeah?
Yeah, I did.
Sweet. And number 3, Davina Rose. Allan, who's Davina Rose?
I'm taking a punt on this. I was between Sasha and Bayley, but I went Bayley.
Instincts serve you well. It is indeed the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley. All for that one, yeah?
No. I said Mandy Rose.
I said Sonya Deville.
I got it.
I got.
Interesting. So, number 4. Now, I'm going to go round you for this one to get your different answers, because I want to hear what y'all put. So, Kwaku, who did you think was Death Mask?
Eddie Guerrero.
Okay. Sarah?
See, I originally thought it was CJ Parker until you said the 90s thing, and then I put JBL.
Okay. Allan?
I was tied between JBL and Chris Benoit, and I went JBL.
Alright. Nathan?
JBL.
Okay. And Scott?
I also went Eddie Guerrero because I was trying to think who became champion and who also wore a mask in Japan. I could only think Eddie.
Well, so to go over some names that I heard just there. So Chris Benoit wrestled as the Pegasus Kid.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero wrestled as Tiger Mask.
Oh no!
I knew that's
Meaning that
Black-
Deathmask,
Black Tiger.
by process of elimination, Deathmask became John Bradshaw Layfield. Yeah, I didn't get that. Manlin, I had a different name for that. I think I actually had John Cena and the Prototype for this at first, and then Manlin was like, here's one better for you. And I was like, oh, I love that one.
No, I originally thought it was Juice Robinson because he was red Death Mask, and that's what got me.
I see. And let's round off this one. Who is Nixon Newell? What did y'all put?
Tegan Knox.
Tegan Knox.
Tegan Knox.
Complete yes.
Just because it sounds similar. Knox.
Yeah.
One says Tegan Knox, correct?
Yeah.
Well, yes, sir. It was indeed Tegan Knox. Allan, you got Tegan Knox as well, yeah?
I do indeed.
Quacker as well, yeah?
Yep.
Sweet. I'm just gonna go through and check our answers.
Control the virus, go to work, sit in the sun, stay alert. We have a route and we have a plan. Work from home if you can. PPE to the people who need
with a pandemic, you fanny.
What the hell is that?
Oh dear.
Dan, you said you're going to give us
At that
a
point-
notification if you're going to do something crazy like the static again.
Nah, I mean, it worked so well last time. And plus, last time I did that before I put you in a round. That's just purely for the hell of it. So we,
I thought the link had messed up.
yeah,
or something.
I'm proud of that one. You know, I will shamelessly admit I am proud of that one. Oh, Christ's sake. Yep. Points to me! Points to me! Also, that's me killing time, so I'm still trying to figure out this. Let's see. Well, we have our scores in just now. So, in last place, still, is Nathan Fisher.
How many points?
You're currently sitting on 14 points.
Yeah. So I double check.
That's alright. Thank you for double checking, just make sure
Just to see if I've counted up on.
Tied third place, we have Kwaku and Scott on 16.
Scott, you've let yourself go, son.
I know, I'm shocked at
You
that.
have let yourself go.
My God. Scott, did you study at all? I mean, really?
Oh, I told you I didn't.
You'll be studying for the next one.
Too early in the morning for me. I'm blaming it on that. Too early in the morning.
Well, there'll be
It's almost lunchtime.
details about Quiz Showdown 3 a little later. In second place on 20 points, Sarah Grieve. Currently still leading in first place on 22 points, it is the big dog, Alan McLucas. Now, round 3. Round 3's a new round. It's something a little bit different to what we normally have done in quizzes, because this one, I'm not testing your knowledge is being tested, but I'm also testing your comedic charm. Because we are going to play, when you think you have the answer, I change the question.
Okay.
So, this is usually...
He's got a lovely coconut.
Beautiful coconut. So, on other shows like Mock the Week, this is maybe more commonly known by, if this is the answer, what is the question? So, I'm going to score this in 2 stages. Because there is a possibility for everyone to pick up points in here. So, we will do one section where I will ask you for your funniest suggestion as to what the answer is. And then there'll be a bit where I ask for the actual correct answer. You will receive 2 points for providing me with the funniest answer. You may also bag up 3 points for the correct answer. So you could get 5 points per everyone, 20 points in total. How do y'all feel about giving us some funny bits?
Yeah, I'll try.
I'm not funny.
I'll try, yeah. I'm not funny either.
Hey, you never know.
I'm a ladies in the right situation, but this isn't the situation.
No, I'm only funny when I fall down.
I'm funny when I wake up. I wake up and I just look like I've, fell through a bush. Either that or I sleep in it. Apparently one time when I slept, I lay there just like a flamenco dancer. Pamela's got the picture. She blackmails me with it. On to number 1. The answer is 37. But what is the question?
So how many times per day Scott usually studies for a quiz?
That could be accurate.
How many times Nathan's came second in a quiz?
Also accurate.
It's how many times a show Stephen goes, it's my podcast.
Well, I've got very
Yeah.
topical, and I've said the number of tag team matches Teddy Long tried to book on a SmackDown show.
I actually went something similar.
Is it just-
What's the lowest number of tag matches Teddy Long's ever tried to book?
See, there you go. Teddy Long wins it all the time.
At times, someone had to go one-on-one with the Undertaker.
It'd be the number of times Teddy Long said, hold him in a player during his speeches.
It could also be the
true,
number
actually,
of shows Ross McLeod wants to host in a day.
Okay, I
How
think
many times?
As in the total collection that the Raw reports had since its existence.
that's a very low number of listens. I think on the comedy bit on the first one, I'm going to give the funny points to Mr. Ajay on that one. Now, for the actual answer, does anyone know what the question is?
Is a number of 24/7 championships R-Truth is one?
Thacker Ajay, you are on the ball. It is indeed.
Oh, nice.
How many times has R-Truth
Well done.
been 24/7 champion?
Yes.
That is
My
5
boy
points to
R-Trizzle,
you
he
there.
always comes in through for me.
Now we're going to move on to our second answer. The answer is a disagreement with a priest. Now, what is the question? Funny answer first.
Ross McLeod asking which way does it go in?
How does they?
How did Reverend Devon become a thing?
He owed the priest money.
Why Scott McLeod supported Kane over Undertaker?
That
What priest did he have that disagreement with then? Nathan,
It
have you
could
got
also be when Kane decided to break up the wedding of Edge and Kane. I mean, Edge and Lita.
Educate.
That'd
Edge
be
and
some
Kane, that would
wedding.
have been such a wedding.
Some wedding.
There's a match made in heaven.
Right, I think for the funny answer on that one,
I think there's only one actual winner there. We all know who it was.
Yeah.
Just
No.
give her the points.
okay. So that is 2 points to Sarah for that one, and for the correct answer is Kwaku Ajay. It is indeed what happened when Kane broke up Edge and Lita's wedding.
Yeah.
Number 3, a fight, a flash, and fired. What is the question?
So what's going to happen at Stevie Wilson's stag do?
I thought this was a recap of what happened in Amsterdam.
Too many stories that cannot be told on a podcast.
I was also going to say, is this a description of the plane ride from hell?
For the funny answer on that one, we'll award it to Mr. Fisher.
Oh, nice.
And for the correct answer, Scott McLeod. It was indeed what happened on the plane ride from hell.
Finally got
In
some
terms
points
of-
this round.
In terms of what actually happened on the plane ride from hell, to clarify, the fight was Brock Lesnar and Mr. Perfect. The flash was Ric Flair flashing some air stewardesses. And because of his antics on the plane, Scott Hall was fired. All this while they were coming back from Insurrection in 2002.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a very, very interesting time. And the final answer for this round, served with salt and pepper. What is the question?
How do you get Kwaku's roast?
Nothing comes with plenty of flavour.
Kwaku has a roast every year. Served with a bit of salt and pepper.
Like I say, what is the title of Jamie Oliver's sex tape? Just came in there. I don't know why that went.
Jamie Oliver, that famous WWE superstar.
Aye.
Chris Jericho's afternoon tea.
Is it how did Bossman serve anyone else knows dog?
I think at the end of that one, in fact, you know what? Scott gets all the 5 points on that one. Very well done there, Scott.
That round started really bad for me, but I'm glad it ended that way.
You did good, my friend, you did good. Well, if my maths is correct, we have a very interesting position here. Tied for first place, we have Kwaku and Scott.
Well, guys, we can end this now. I've got something going on in the oven. It's the thing that I'm serving with the salt and pepper. So thank you. I bid you adieu. Thank you.
I recall you making that joke last time.
I know, but this time I really mean it. Because look what happened after that, and I stayed around.
Tied second place, we have the reigning champion Allan McLucas and Sarah Grieve.
Woohoo!
And yes, that does mean in last place, the man who will be looking to make his comeback is Nathan Fisher.
Everybody loves an underdog, Nathan.
He's
We
what's
now
that?
move on
I have
to-
my money you to win this.
Let's see how this goes as we go into round 4. It's the return of one of our favorite graphics that were made on this show. It's Truth or Lies.
I still want that framed for my wall.
Of course you do.
And you shall. I'll get that to you at one point.
Thank you
So-
very much.
You can guess how this one is. It's a true-false round. So, this time each answer is worth 3 points. So there'll be 15 points in total to take from this round. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Let's go
Yep.
for it.
Uh-huh.
Number 1. The Undertaker worked the Hell in a Cell match versus Mankind with an injured foot. Very little known cell match, that one, I think. You don't often hear it because it's not really up there with, you know, some of the legendary ones like Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins.
Instant classic.
Or
When?
CM Punk v Paul Heyman and Ryback.
Oh yeah,
Or Undertaker Big Boss Man.
that Undertaker Boss Man match that left me hanging.
Well,
Oh, this tumbleweed.
Moving on, number 2. Becky Lynch was trained by Finn Balor. I can tell when Nathan's concentrating when he does the look off to the side thing.
No, I've already heard my answer. I'm just observing what's going on outside. And it's chucking it down.
Right now it's... yeah.
It's dry here, but the throats are
So, how's it looking? Wet. You're lucky. Number 3. Triple H won his first World Heavyweight Championship at Unforgiven 2002.
So that's about clarity, for a clarity in that. Are we talking Big Goldie, or are we talking in general being the world champion?
We are talking Big Goldie.
Big Goldie. Thank you.
Yes.
I can actually report here in Lindsay, it's brightened up quite nicely.
I can see blue sky.
Oh no,
I
the
know,
sun's
for
gone
course.
away now.
I can see clearly now. The rain has gone. On to number 4. Kane was a member of the Ministry of Darkness. Who remembers the Ministry?
Yes.
I remember their best member visitor, wasn't it?
I was gonna say he had the
People who held up together.
Viscera. Future Hall of Famer. Why it's not happened yet is just absurd.
It's like, who do you get to induct him in?
Viscera for the
He's
Christmas
one of the
special.
best ever.
Get Kevin Nash to induct him like, hey, mind that SummerSlam match where you nearly broke my back?
Oh, yeah. And the last question for the Truth or Lies round. Shawn Michaels was the first ever Grand Slam champion.
I'm quietly confident on
I'm
this.
pretty confident, yeah.
You're quietly confident.
I guessed most of mine.
That means that she got 100%.
So just be ready to...
Imagine if I did though.
We will find out momentarily. Hopefully with how the weather is, everyone's been responsible enough, you know, just after
We're
all.
dealing with a pandemic, you fanny.
Just gotta remind everyone to be responsible. Number 1. Help if I get the questions up in front of me, just so I remember. I've got 2 screens, I should have no excuse for this. There we go. So number 1, The Undertaker worked the Hell in a Cell match versus Mankind with an injured foot. Truth or lies?
True.
It's true,
What do
yeah.
I say?
It's a broken ankle foot he had.
It is indeed true. The Undertaker did work the Hell in a Cell match. His foot, I believe, initially was... I think it was initially chipped. And then when he jumped down through the roof of the cell, that
Yeah.
was when it went into a full break.
So,
See him limping afterwards, yeah.
Yeah.
He bravely worked that match.
He had a
and Mick
rough
Foley
time
had
of
the- Mick Foley had the nerve to complain about getting thrown off a cell. Undertaker's the real hero of that
I
match.
And then
Well, prima
2
donna,
months
that's
later
all
at
he is.
SummerSlam, Taker breaks his coccyx.
I mean, who hasn't a tooth through their nose, you know? It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's just a normal look.
Yeah.
So you sneeze, achoo!
It's a normal look. Yeah, it's a regular traditional look up in Lindsay. On to number 2. Hi, Kwaku. On to number 2. Becky Lynch was trained by Finn Balor. What did we have for this one?
True.
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 Finn Balor and Paul Tracy, I believe.
Sure.
Kwaku getting very detailed there. Indeed, Finn Balor did play a part in training Becky Lynch. Balor, I believe at the time, was on the cusp of turning 20, was around about there, I believe. So,
About that.
quite early on in his career, he was already training people.
He talked about how, I don't imagine she lied about her age, she was only 15, she said she was 17. He said, like, I said I was 17 because I thought if I said 16, you'd ask me for ID.
Oh,
Because there was a documentary with the 2 of them talking about it.
oh yeah, I think I've seen that one, actually. Number 3, Triple H won his first World Heavyweight Championship at Unforgiven 2002. What do we have?
I said false for
Yeah,
Robert
it's
Wilson
false.
and the fact that the other 2 were true.
He was handed
Yeah,
the title.
versus
Monday Night
elimination.
Raw.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to yeah?
Yep.
Instincts serve you well. It was indeed false. He was actually awarded his first World Heavyweight Championship on an episode of Raw in September 2002. That was the first time he defended the title. That night against RVD, I believe. Number 4, Kane was a member of the Ministry of Darkness. Scott, I'll come to you on this one.
Oh, this is lies. He was never a member of them.
Yeah.
He was part of the corporation.
All in agreement?
Yep.
False.
Yeah.
Very good. It was indeed lies. Kane was never a part of the Ministry. He was too busy fighting Undertaker. And number 5, Shawn Michaels was the first ever Grand Slam champion. True or false?
True.
I said true.
I said true as well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a full sweep for everyone.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Whoop.
Very good.
Depends a bulldog that came.
That's good indeed. Just gonna... placements from the last round have not changed. Just now everyone is up by 15 points.
No, now, folks,
So
my
now we
food
have-
is actually burning, so I do actually really need to go now, so can we just declare me winner and let's just move on and it's all good? Yeah, thank you.
Kwaku, we can do it. We can,
Nah, we'll carry on without you.
we can be the late cool of this podcast.
For God's sake. Just,
I never
no.
thought I'd say that.
Absolutely no.
No.
Let's not have that. So, we're now going to move on to our final round. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to our final leg of the show. Are we all ready for this momentous occasion?
That's all I'll ever be.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time that we play Making Their Way to the Ring.
Oh, Quack, you need to say it as if you're entering. You're addressing somebody.
Oh my god! You just had to use my ring announcing promo pick, thank you very much.
Just when I thought of this round, I thought it has to be the way that it is in the graphic. So,
Oh dear.
this is a round that previously featured on the Attitude Era quiz. And it's a similar format to this, so it's basically an announcer round. So, you're going to hear the build information for a particular wrestler, read out by Mr. Ajay, of course, and... hang on a minute. Okay, when I had this in mind, my impression was that Kwaku was going to be, filming this and then sending me it, but he's actually doing the quiz this time. Shit.
You're gonna have to do it then.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
Yeah.
You're going to have to literally declare a tie between Quack and Scott.
I mean, I'm cool with
Okay.
that.
Oh, trust me, I know you would be, but, yeah, I'm just gonna... I'm gonna go away and sort out, what I'm gonna do, so,
Why don't you just read them out?
I'll be back in a few minutes. Just, in the meantime, enjoy, this video of my cat that I prepared. Look, you had one job. Look, Kwaku's on the panel. We can't do it properly the way we were wanting to, okay? What do you mean we don't have the budget for it? You're in charge of the podcast. It's your blooming show. You should know about it. Look, you told me we had the budget.
Get out of my chair. I said move. That's more like it.
Brilliant.
I thought I could
And
keep
from
it,
what
damn it.
range
Right.
did you pull that hair from?
Fantastic.
Okay, to
Jesus
give-
Christ.
to give
Who needs a
context,
barber when you can just get struck by lightning?
I didn't believe you grew your hair.
So, this is... Don't worry. This is a wig.
I don't need to be stretchers from Harry Enfield. Calm down, calm down, calm down.
Calm down, dear, calm down.
Tumbling fake cane.
Thankfully, no. This was a wig that I got for Halloween when I decided to go as Bob Ross. So,
Oh, nice.
I do actually have an Essel somewhere over there, so I would get that, but never mind. So, let me just snap into a character. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shane About Your Grandparents, and welcome to the announcers round. We're playing Making Their Way to the Ring. The way that this will work is that there will be 5 points per every single answer. You could get 30 points in total out of this one, as there are 6 questions, and if you divide 30 by 6, you get 5 points. So there you go. There's maths. You're going
That's
to
a quick
drop
maths.
the pen. How very unprofessional. As I was saying, you're going to hear the build information for some wrestlers. You just have to identify them by what I say. Capiche?
Capiche.
Copy.
Okay, Carmella.
Calzone.
Excellent, moving on. Number 1. From Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds. We have answers, yes?
Yeah.
Nope.
That's a shame. Moving on. Number 2. From the other side of the tracks, at a combined weight of 466 pounds.
Can we keep
What
it like
chin you
this?
had.
Can we keep it like this? Because this is good.
Yeah.
What? What do you want to keep?
The questions like this.
Sure. Do I?
Number 3. From Chicago, Illinois, weighing 218 pounds.
Oh. Oh.
Number 4. From Columbus, Ohio.
This is from cool.
That's it.
That's it.
Yes.
I know
That's
it. I know
That's
it.
it.
I know it. I know it.
Oh. Oh.
Ethan going deep into his mind.
Are these all WWE?
Perhaps. Number 5.
Where's that voice for the...
From Planet Stasiak, weighing 240 pounds. I'm just going to warn y'all right now, if you do not get this, a follower of the pod will be very annoyed.
Not even sure they're a
And
follower anymore.
number
last
6.
I checked.
Good point. Number 6. From Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing 255 pounds. You all have answers, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Well, I don't for number 2, but
Very interesting. Oh. Let us go over these answers and see what you have guessed. Number 1 from Victoria, Texas, weighing 252 pounds. Kwaku.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Correct. Everyone put down Austin, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Austin.
Number 2 from the other side of the tracks, at a combined weight of 466 pounds. Sarah?
I can't remember the name, but I called them D&D.
Yeah, but no.
I knew there was like D and something, but I couldn't remember the actual name.
Who would like to help her out with this one?
Deuce and Domino.
Oh, see, D&D!
Very well. You may
Yeah,
have.
because we can't wait for D&D's totally awesome podcast to come out.
That'll be fantastic. Said no one. From Chicago, Illinois, weighing 218 pounds. Nathan.
CM Punk.
Correct.
Oh, thank God, because I almost put down Colt Cabana. Almost.
Yeah, he's a different.
Mind
guy
he
from
wasn't
Chicago.
Colt Cabana at that time.
Yeah.
We all have CM Punk, yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent. Number 4 from Columbus, Ohio. Allan.
I totally guessed this one. Cassie's Ono.
Nah, he's dating Ohio.
No. Scott.
It's Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss, because they don't announce the
It is
female
Alexa
wrestlers'
Bliss.
weight.
They don't announce the weight of the women.
So Kwaku, Sarah, Nathan, and Scott got that one, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't know.
Oh,
Sure.
disappointing. Number 5 from Planet Stasiak, weighing 240 pounds.
Shawn Stasiak.
So Stasiak.
Or me, yeah.
Mr. Stasiak, indeed. Everyone got that, yes?
Yeah.
May or may not be following us anymore, I don't know. I can't think he's too good for us now. He's too sensitive. And they say, oh, I'm a doctor now.
And finally, from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing 255 pounds.
Triple H.
The game.
Full sweep on that one, yes?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Good. I'm going to get rid of that now.
Wait, Daniel, where did
can
you come
actually-
from?
My...
Good God,
I was here the whole time.
Oh my god!
Magic.
I was behind the chair. It's like, I have powers, yo.
It's like,
Right, let's
have
just
you
go
noticed
to
you've
this
never
Adam.
seen Just Justice and Jackie Pole in the same place at the same time?
Triple
Yeah? Jesus.
Is this the final round? Because if so, I checked.
It
I
says
I
in
just
recent
remembered I haven't put any food on, so I'm all good to stay for now.
Oh, that's good. This is very interesting. So, ladies and gents, as things stand, we have a tie at the top. In last place, on 56 points, commend the effort of Nathan Fisher.
Well done, man.
Round of applause, sir. Don't be ashamed.
It's a prestigious award, Nathan.
And-
Wear it with pride.
In second last place, ladies and gentlemen, I can confirm that we will have a new Quiz Showdown champion. Second last place is the big dog, Alan McLucas.
Yes, I don't come back. Yes.
Interesting.
I can quit my business.
Interesting.
Bye.
In third place, or second place, however we're going to tell you in a moment, on 67 points, it is Sarah Grieve. Tied at the top, however,
Yay!
is Kwaku and Scott McLeod on 69 points.
And that's a good score. I'm happy to leave it there.
Now, the thing is, here's the thing. We are not going to have a tie on this. There will not be a tie here. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time we bust out the tiebreaker. It's the return of dating profiles. So, here is how we are going to do this. I have a list of names, and I'm going to ask right now, Kwaku and Scott, can you each nominate a person to represent you on this one?
I'm gonna pick Sarah.
It's a dog!
Doggy!
Oh, what? Dog!
Say hi, Alan.
I know he came
Bye,
back.
bye,
I need you to represent me, man. I need your help.
Bye.
Okay, Scott, I'll do
Scott,
my
who's
best.
representing you?
Represent me.
Nathan will represent
Nathan.
Scott. Kwaku, who will represent you?
Sarah will.
Interesting.
It's good to know nobody wants me. That's fine. I'm going to get for it anyway. Catches.
Well, I'm sorry, but when you say yes, I don't need to come back. It kind of. I need someone
And he's
passionate.
gone.
And
I need someone
he's just
passionate.
legit left.
He's already buggered off.
Okay, so
And you
the
pick
way this is
me.
going to work, Kwaku has chosen you, Sarah, and so I will go to you first for this. The way this will work is I'm going to message you the name of a WWE performer. You must then, in 1 minute, improvise an appeal video of them looking for love.
Oh my god, no! Okay. Quack, why'd you pick me?
Because I trust you to make me win. So it's no pressure here that I've got to beat Scott McLeod in this. No pressure.
So
Scott was originally not meant to even be here.
I came out the goodness.
That's how you feel bad. I'm sorry, Scott.
I don't even go here.
That's our version of "You don't even go here, man."
I'm not gonna say
so
that.
I will
He
just
doesn't even
clarify
go
quickly-
here.
I will just clarify, when you do the video, avoid catchphrases where you can. Because, we want to, because we don't want to make it too obvious. We want to make this a good guessing game, particularly at this point where it is a tiebreaker.
See if I don't know who it is, can I just check?
Well, I have messaged you the name of a superstar.
Right,
Please do
okay.
not read the name out. Do not read it out. I will put it on the screen for the viewers at home. You have a minute on the clock, starting from now.
Oh, so it's like totally amazing. I'm just all about that love. I am all about the love, and I am missed love everywhere. I am so bad at this. It's so amazing. It's just, I'm just gonna walk and strut my stuff, because I am amazing. I can't keep going. I have long hair, like long hair that I can just flick and flick and flick, and I'm just totally amazing.
Okay. The only thing I could go on is amazing and long hair, so that narrows it down really nicely. The only thing I can think of is maybe. Should I guess now?
With help.
Guess now, Kwaku.
I'm gonna say Naomi only because her entrance theme was amazing. That's
Oh.
oh my
I'm not
god,
only saying the
Sarah.
catchphrase, that's
Oh my
why.
god.
Kakuraji, that was Carmella.
When does Carmella say amazing?
She had to avoid saying
Oh,
a
no,
certain
say
other word that
fabulous.
Carmella says.
What the hell?
I said money!
Alan, I
Money.
need you back, please.
Money!
Alan, I'm sorry, I love you, I need you back.
Money!
Kwaku, I would have guessed.
On that
I would've
bombshell.
guessed Naomi.
Walking that clouds!
Would you guess Naomi as well?
Yeah, because she's amazing. I thought she spelled it out for you.
Oh dear.
I was about to start. I wasn't going to say fabulous, but when I said money, I am money. Mela is
I
money.
don't feel any pressure there, Nathan.
So, Nathan,
Scott, congratulations.
Well, Nathan's not
it's
wet
not
yet.
over yet, because now
I'm not really sure
it's his
about
turn.
Nathan
It
acting
is,
about it.
Waiting for your message, Daniel.
do not read out the name. Confirm that you have the name, please.
Yes.
Do you think you'll be able to do this?
We'll soon find out.
You have a minute starting now.
Scott, forget what Sarah just said. Forget everything that's happened. Despite my grotesque habit of eating worms straight from the ground, you need to pick me. It doesn't matter if I smash clocks over my head. I'm a nice guy, really. A nice guy. Don't forget about the way I look. Forget about stuff I do. Clocks, worms. Forget all of that. Pick me.
That was a quick minute. Should I just guess then, or?
I got told not to make it too
No
obvious.
catchphrase. I didn't use a single catchphrase.
Your catchphrase.
Yeah. He didn't use any catchphrases. I don't think he had many catchphrases.
He didn't have
He
any
did,
at all.
he did have one, which I was about to use at the end, but I managed to restrain myself.
Yeah, that would have
Well-
strayed us into a very different kind of territory there.
Yes.
Well, I'm racking my brain of many names, but I have to throw out the name. Is he the boogeyman by any chance?
Ladies and gentlemen, I need to perfect my voice for this one. Your winner and new Quiz Showdown champion, Scott McLeod.
Thank you.
Scott, you have redeemed
I told
yourself
you.
from the first one.
I told you, all I needed was one more match, and finally, the Christian of ESSR raises the championship high above his head.
That's right. That's right off.
Mate, many thanks to Nathan. I could have not done this without you.
It's no problem.
Sure. Totally.
Literally. If he wasn't so good at that last round, I wouldn't have got him.
Very well,
So, I mean, that was
Mr. McLucas, your title has been claimed by another man. How do you feel?
Well, he is the true Tadger of the ESSR.
Well, this
Isn't
man
it a great
will be
way that
returning
we
now.
can congratulate
Okay,
each
so-
other on their successes, isn't it?
Yeah. Harley is also
We're all
congratulating him,
friends
as
at the
I can
end of
hear.
the day.
No, that tweet doesn't say that.
Oh yeah, I forget Harley's an expert in Morse code. So,
I just, haha,
Scott McLeod.
you picked up my shite.
Scott McLeod, I will let you know that you will be returning on Quiz Showdown 3, whenever that may be. And you're going to be put through the rigours of a very interesting quiz. Not devised by me this time. Devised by your cohort on Saturday Draft Live, Mr. David Hockney.
I've beaten David Hockney.
Yeah, have
before.
fun.
I've beat David Hockney before. I'll
Let's
beat
see
you
how you
again.
do on this one. So, I would like to thank everyone for coming along and spending a lovely Sunday morning with me, So I'd like to go around and say thanks to everyone. Thank you to Mr. Ajay.
Thank you very much. I went from being the least virgin of the show to now being the second most virgin. So it's a bit of a promotion there. Nathan, congratulations on being not a virgin. That's what the last place trophy really says.
Alright, so then, thank you to Sarah Grieve.
I'm sorry.
Don't you do a fine job.
Kwaku Aji did not screw Kwaku Aji. Sarah Grieve screwed Kwaku Aji. I know how that sounds, but you know what I meant.
Moving on.
Please.
I would like to thank the man who has gone from.
Throw the garlic and herb dipping.
I would like to thank the man who has gone from holding the Nathan Fisher Award to the Stacey Smith Participation Award. Thank you, Nathan Fisher.
Thanks, Lyle. A very enjoyable way to spend a Sunday morning. And congratulations, Scott.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank our returning champion from Quiz Showdown 1, Allan McLucas.
Pleasure's been all yours.
And a thank you and congratulations once again to our new Quiz Showdown champion, Scott McLeod.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Oh no, I take the clapping back now. He's gloating. I was trying to be magnanimous and I'd be a good sportsman and stuff like that, but nah, you just ruined it there.
Kwaku, we could have been delayed cool, we could have been co-champions, but... Like,
I know, but then I picked Sarah to describe something for me.
You were a very worthy opponent.
I wasn't allowed to say fabulous. or moonwalking, trash talking.
Hell, you screwed
Or
yourself.
hell, his money.
I know. I was like, Alan, no!
No, you want me. Because the last time we did that, you and I got 100%.
I know. But then we were accused of cheating, so I wanted to eliminate that out.
No,
You and Sarah were honest and you both did a fine job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you did. I was in the back door.
Hashtag Albago Graps and Wednesday Night Wars
You
is
don't want to
better.
know what I did.
Yes.
Just thought I'd point that out there. So I'd like to thank the panel once again and
We're
thank
still
you
looking for Iron Cassidy.
I'll give my version of the thumbs up. There you go. So thank you again to everyone for joining me on this one. Get a thumbs up there. And I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been a very wacky Quiz Showdown 2. We'll be back hopefully in the near future with Quiz Showdown 3, the Ruthless Aggression special hosted by David Hockney. And
That's my era.
you'll enjoy that one. So just remember everyone, take care, stay safe, and just, keep this in mind.
We're dealing with a pandemic, you fanny.
Take care everyone, and stay safe.